time zone national gunners for 20 years. And he was gun captain, and his co-gun captain, who's going to be the gun captain in the future, is Dan Partington right here. We've also got Derek Smith, my co-judge, who is a gunner for the National. Myself's a gunner for the National. And he's traveled throughout the whole United States for the last 20 years doing nationals. Ron, as long as I've known him, has been the gun captain for this Chesapeake All Breed. And he used to give out hats all the time at all the trials. And I thought I knew Ron pretty good, and he considered me a good friend, and I thought, well, hell, I can get a hat. He would not let a hat go unless you shot that trial. So there was very, very coveted hats. And, but anyway, for as long as I've known Ron, he was always gun captain and working this trial. I've known Ron for 30 years. We've trained together, we've hunted ducks together, we fished together, we've socialized together. And I've had a lot of fun with him and Joyce. He's sorely going to be missed for sure. One of the stories I like to tell, Gordon Wistrom and I and Ron and Joyce used to come out and throw all the time. We were out at Barbara Ornbaum's in Cordelia. And Ron was very particular about how he put everything away. Everything had to be in its place. All the bumpers had to be straight. The line, he tied his own lines on all the bumpers. Everything was perfect. So we thought, well, we're going to get this guy this today. So we set up a blind and we did a wipeout bird. And Gordon and I told Ron, I said, we're just going to shoot over the bumper. Don't worry about it. And you run the blind and then pick up the go bird, the leave it bird. Well, we wanted to blow that bumper apart. So we both had our shotguns and we threw that bumper out there and we shot it, and that damn bumper just it goes another 10 or 15 feet out. I said, yeah, okay. Ron runs a blind and he comes back, he picks up the leave it bird, takes the bumper, throws it down, and walks back to his truck. And I go, what? I said, that bumper should be decimated. And I went over there, little did I know that low base 8s and 7.5s, they won't penetrate a rubber bumper. They just ricochet off, and the prank went sideways. We didn't get anything out of it, but I always remember trying to do that. It was a good idea. That's a good deal. Yeah, Ron's been in this game for 45 years. He's been true and blue to the Chesapeake breed. There was one dink in his armor, though, back in the early 90s. I had a dog named Gemini, and he said if he ever went for a black dog, if I ever bred Gemini, he would like a puppy. Well, he never did, and I often wonder what would have happened. What would have happened if Ron got a black dog, and he probably would have been faithful to the Chesapeake still, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think you could have taken him away.
What's that?
You couldn't have taken him away.
Okay, but he did express an opinion about wanting a black dog, and it would have to be out of Gemini.
Well, any of us.
He appreciated any good running dog.
What's that?
He appreciated any good running dog, no matter what color it was.
Yeah, yeah.
He just loved to watch him run.
But those are just a few things. Another thing I want to share is, I don't know, it's sort of dear to my heart, is Ron and I were talking one time, and he says going through life and in field trials you meet a lot of people. And a lot of people you have acquaintances, but you only have a few true friends. And I considered him a true friend, and he considered me a true friend. Anyway, I'd like to open it up if anybody would like to say anything on behalf of Ron.
I'm going to miss Ron greatly, but Joyce, this is for you to put on your mantle. It says Ron Foley. These are our trophies and our judges' gifts, and this one's for you. And it's in this one. That's right. Thank you. Very nice.
Anybody like to say anything for Ron?
I got to know Ron as part of being on the National Gunners Guild. It was a privilege to get to travel the country, spend time with Ron and Joyce.
Gunmother.
Places that I never would have gone if it weren't for being a gunner. We just completed the National in Texas. It's the first National I've ever been to that Ron wasn't there. It just didn't feel the same. I don't know if it'll ever feel the same without having Ron under the tent with us. But I know that I speak for all of the gunners that even in light of what's happened, I know that we also want to make sure that it's clear to you, Joyce, you're invited all the time, always, and we would love for you to be there whenever you can. And we still want to get to spend time with you.
We need our gun
So,
gun mother.
We need our gun mother.
Premium too.
That's it. I'd like to take a moment of silence on behalf of Ron Foley. Okay, thank you. Gunners, to your stations.
Guns up.
Diane Maisie, we're going to do a